everyone. Good morning. Welcome back. Can you see my screen, everyone, online?
Good morning. Yeah, we can have it.
Right. So yesterday we discussed about technical questions and general questions, right? So day before yesterday we discussed about DevOps introduction. Today we are going to discuss about cloud introduction, right? So what is cloud? Why the project teams are looking for cloud? So what are the importance here, right? So what is cost saving? Fine. So all these things will be covered today. Fine. So let's get started. Fine. So when we talk about cloud, right? Yeah. So basically, what is cloud? Anyone? What is cloud? What is cloud computing? Anyone having idea? Cloud computing. Yeah. So this is the definition which I collected from Google, right? So cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, databases, networking. Yeah. So blah blah blah, right? So what does it mean? Fine. So currently we are using, for example, let us say there is no cloud concept. Okay, there is no cloud concept. So all our servers, storages, network, so we have hosted in the local data center, local server room. So when we have local server room, we'll be having full control of them. You can take full control, right? So whenever you want to upgrade, whenever you want to modify, whenever you want to start server, right? You can take the full control. Fine. So, however, with the introduction of cloud, everything has been changed now, right? So our infrastructure is no longer sitting inside of our local data center, local server room, right? So vendors will be, vendors are maintaining these data centers like AWS vendor, Azure vendor, right? GCP vendor. So whatever services we required, whatever servers we required, whatever storage is required, we can use the resources. For that usage, we are paying the bills, like gas bills, electricity bills, right? So whatever services we consume, whatever servers we use, for that usage, we pay the bills like gas bills, electricity bills, right? Fine. So currently the trend has been changed, right? So currently we are using physical environment, physical devices, physical servers. They are migrating their data center, their applications to servers like cloud servers, cloud infrastructure, right? So why they are migrating to infrastructure, we'll try to understand. Okay. Yeah. Now this is Google Drive, right? So where we, this drive is available in, where we can see this drive, Google Drive normally. So where we check this Google Drive, mobile phone also available. So Gmail also we can see this Google Drive, right? So when you want to upload any files, when you want to download any files, when you want to modify the files in the drive, you can upload, you can download whatever you want, right? Nearly 14 GB they give free of cost, right? Yeah. So when you upload any files into Google Drive, so where those files will be saved? Cloud, right? Yeah. So backend there will be a server, right? So actually it is not a server, it is a data center, right? It is a Google data center. When we upload any files, those files will be directly saved into Google data center, right? Yeah. So we are talking about data center, right? So basically what is data center? We'll try to understand. What is data center, anyone? data center. So data center is a server room where we host all the servers, right? So people will call it as, yeah, so simply data center is a server room. So people will call it as hub room or network room. So many different names people will call it as, right? So actually it is a server room, right? So in this data center, in this server room, we can host servers and storages. Yeah. So database, yeah, backup devices and network also. Yeah, switches, routers, right, etc. So all the devices, whatever devices we have, so those devices we can host in the server room, right, data center. Fine. So who will maintain the servers and the switches and the routers? Respective admins will maintain, right? Yeah. Fine. So we are talking about servers, right? Let us say small example here. Let us say small Java project. Yeah. So Java project. So one startup company, they want to start this Java project. Startup company. Startup. So when they want to start any project, very first thing what we required servers, right? Yeah. So these are the, yeah, this is a physical environment, I can say. Physical server setup. In physical server setup, when we start the project, what will happen? We'll try to understand. In physical setup, yeah. So we have Java project, which is first project. Java project, which is first project. We are trying to get from the client, right? So normally, before getting the real project from any client, there will be some process. What is that process? That process is a pre-sales process. You can say pre-sales process, right? So every project team, every company, before getting the project from client, there will be some process, pre-sale process, right? So in the pre-sales process, client asks you to provide some POC. What is POC? Anyone? It's a proof of concept. Proof of concept, right? So what is proof of concept? Anyone? Online? It is some proof. Some, for example, so if you want to buy any mobile or laptop, what we will check? So we'll check the reviews, right? Some proofs we check, right? So the same way, when we try to get real project from client, they will check some proof, right? So they will check some sample projects, right? So that is why client asks you to prepare some POC. So for this POC, client give you 45 days timeline. 45 days. So within 45 days, we have to complete this POC and we need to show this to client. So if the client is approved, we get real project. If the client is not approved, so that will be rejected, right? Yeah. So for this POC, client asks you to take 6 servers, 2 development servers, 2 QA servers, 2 production servers. Why we require 3 types of servers here? 3 setup servers. You can take only 1 development servers, right? Why we require this 3? When developer develop the code on development servers, yeah, correct. Quality assurance, right? So testing should be happened, right? In between development and production, testing should be happened, right? So every company, every project team, they maintain some standards, code standards, right? So for which quality assurance servers should be required, QA servers, right? Yeah, so developers develop the code in development servers. Once development is completed, testing will be happened in test servers. After that, we means developers. They deploy the code on production servers. Fine. So client asks you to take 6 servers, 6 different servers, right? Fine. So in the 6 servers, first 30 days, developers will develop the code on development servers. Once development is completed, from 31 days to 40 days, testing will be happened. Once testing is completed, from 41 days to 45 days, so production deployment will be happened, right? So this is the process every project in every company should follow. This is the standard process, right? So before getting a real project, POC should be prepared so that we need to showcase to client. So if the client is approved, we get real project. This is the project. This is the process, right? Yeah. In this process, so when you want to buy any, these are the physical servers. I'm talking about physical setup, not cloud setup, right? So when you want to buy servers, when you want to set up this, before getting the physical servers, we need to get licensing, server, operating system licensing, application licensing. That is mandatory, right? Yeah. So when you want to get license, server operating system license or application license, what is the minimum period would be? Minimum period license. What is the license minimum period? For example, in your laptop you have Windows, right? So when you want to get license for Windows, what is the minimum period?
1 year.
Yes, minimum 1 year, right? So our POC is 45 days only. For 45 days, we need to procure 1 year license, right? So they don't give 6 months, they don't give 3 months, they don't give 45 days. So minimum 1 year license we need to procure from the vendors, right? So after that, we require one admin to configure the servers because developers will not have any knowledge to configure the servers, right? Admin should be required. Admin, we need to recruit one admin. So we require one server room to configure the servers. We require one server room. We require one central AC or any AC, right? Because so normal temperature servers will not work. So when we enter into the data centers, so minus degrees will be there, temperature, -4, -6 like that, right? Yeah. Also network required, network, right? Security, right? So these are all things required to configure the servers, right? Yeah. So when we configure all these things, when we perform all these things, if the POC is approved by client, we get real project. The client is not approved, what will happen? Client is approved, this POC, it is fine, right? If the client is not approved, this is waste of money, right? So this is startup company. We cannot move the servers to other project. Only one project, first project, we're trying to get from the client, right? So if the organization is big organization, definitely we can move the servers to other project. But this is first project, right? Yeah, fine. So the same requirement, if you take cloud servers, what will happen? We'll try to understand. Same requirement, cloud servers. Cloud server setup. Yeah, same Java project. Same Java project. It is a startup, right? Same POC, proof of concept. So in this, yeah, it is a 45 days timeline, same. Fine. So in cloud setup, what will happen? So whenever we need any servers, we can create within 1 minute. Not only one server, 100 servers, even 1,000 servers also, we can create 1 minute, within 1 minute. But whereas physical servers, when you want to configure physical servers, when you want to get physical server, right? So we need to place the order with vendor, Dell vendor, HP vendor. So they deliver the servers within 1 week, After that, we move the servers to data center server room. So we need to configure into racks. We need to install operating system, applications, patches, right? So we need to perform all these things. It will take some time to configure the servers, right? But whereas cloud setup, cloud servers. So whenever we require any servers in cloud setup, whenever we require any servers, we can create within 1 minute only, right? So cloud setup, it is a on-demand setup. It is a on-demand setup, right? So whenever we need any servers, we can create within 1 minute, right? Yeah. So that is why. So we no need to create 6 servers at a time. First, we can create 2 servers for development. First 30 days. For first 30 days, we can create 2 servers. Once development is completed, again within 1 minute, we can create 2 more servers for QA testing from 31 days to 40 days. Once the testing is completed, we can create 2 more servers from 41 days to 45 days, right? So whenever we need any servers, we can create immediately in cloud, right? Fine. So here what will happen in cloud setup, we don't require any licensing part, no licensing. So vendor will take care of the license. AWS will take care of the license, right? And also no admin required, no admin, because so AWS vendor will take care of the 80% of the infrastructure. Other 20% we have to take care, which is how to create, to create servers, storage, network. That is very simple in cloud. So by single step, you can create servers, right? Yeah. No admins, DevOps engineers will take care here. No server room, no data center. So here, vendor will take care, AWS vendor, right? So no central AC, no AC, no network, no data center security. Data center security not required. We don't have data center, local data center. Vendor will maintain the security, right? So when we use cloud servers, we don't require all these things, right? This will be taken care by cloud vendor only, right? So in this cloud setup, if the POC is success, it is fine. If the POC is not success, this is also waste of money, fine. But what is the advantage here? What are the advantages? Yeah, fine. So here, when we use cloud setup, if the client is approved, we get real project. Otherwise, what will happen? Here, for example, $100 will be wasted. For example, I'm saying, okay. So in a physical environment, $500 will be wasted, right? So here cost is saving, right? So cost saved. So 1/3 cost will be saved when we use the cloud setup, cloud servers. So these are the advantages of cloud. So that is why. So whoever startup companies, they're directly moving to cloud. They're not using any physical servers, right? So currently, most of the project teams, they are migrating their applications to cloud because of cost saving. So client always look for the cost cutting, right? So that is why. So most of the project teams, yeah, 50% of the project teams already migrated to cloud. So other project teams, whatever project teams are there, physical environments, they're migrating to cloud, right? So these are the advantages of cloud. So any questions, anyone? Any questions, anyone? Fine. Yeah. So when we upload any files, directly upload into data center, right? Yes. Next one. So cloud computing at a glance, we have 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models, 4 deployment models. So what are those? So we'll try to understand. 5 essential characteristics. First one is on demand. What is on demand? Anyone? What is on demand? Yeah.
How
So
much
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
Yeah, how much we use for that only we will fill.
Right. Fine. So on demand means, yeah, someone saying like immediate. Right. Correct. Fine. So whenever we need any servers, whenever we need any storages, whenever we need any network, right, in cloud environment, that will be available immediately, right? So whenever we need any resources, that should be available immediately. That is nothing but on demand, right? But whereas physical environment, physical local data centers, you cannot get immediately. When you require server, it will take some time to configure to get this server from vendor. But cloud setup, not like that. It is a on-demand setup, on-demand infrastructure. Cloud is on-demand, right? So whenever we need any resources, whenever we need any applications, whenever need any infrastructure, that will be available immediately, right? So which is nothing but on-demand. Next one is broad network access. So whatever servers we are using, whatever network we are using, you can access from anywhere, from your home, from your office, from even you from your mobile also, you can access your cloud infrastructure, right? So with proper authentication only, that will be allowed, right? So broad network access means, so you can access from anywhere, right? Yeah, next one, resource pooling. What is resource pooling? So in cloud, whatever resources we are using, those we can pull it up and we can reuse, right? For example, one project team required one server, one cloud server. In that, they required some applications, some databases, whatever, right? Yeah, as per the request, normally when they require any servers, what they will do, project team, there is ticket or email request they send. So as per the request, what we will do, we create the server in the cloud and we deploy the applications. Once deploy the applications, once configure the server, we can hand over to project team. How can we hand over? By giving the IP address, server name, we can hand over, right? So once we hand out the server to project team, they start the development, right? Yeah, so once complete the development, once the project is completed, they ask us to terminate again. Terminate means delete, right? So because if they hold the server, say, once the project is completed, if they hold the server, what will happen? Charges. Servers are not free of cost, right? Yeah. So when they ask us to terminate the server, delete the server, we can go ahead and terminate the server. But whatever storage is available, in that storage, data will be there. That we need to protect. Whenever they need the data, we need to provide. We need to pull it up and we need to provide. That is nothing but resource pooling, right? So whatever resources we are using in cloud, those we can pull it up and we can reuse whenever we need it, right? So that is the resource pooling. Next one is rapid elasticity. What is elasticity, right? So for example, in cloud environment, so by single click, we can increase the resources, we can decrease the resources, right? Whatever resources we are using in cloud, those are elasticity. You can increase, you can decrease by single click, right? For example, so I'm working on some database server. Middle of the activity, the server is giving performance issue. On the fly, I can increase the RAM, I can increase the CPU by single click, right? So that is nothing but rapid elasticity. Without any downtime, we can increase the resources. What is downtime? Anyone? What is downtime? Maintenance time. Downtime means maintenance time. So without any downtime, on the fly, we can increase the resources whenever needed, right? So next one, measured service. What is measured service? So whatever servers we are using in cloud, whatever resources we are using in cloud, for that usage, we need to pay the bills, right? For example, I'm using one server from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For that usage, I have to pay the bills, or else I'm using 1 hour only per day. For that 1 hour only, we can pay the bills. That is nothing but measured service, right? Like gas bills, electricity bills, right? We can pay the bills, right? It's kind of renting. Any questions, anyone on the slide? before moving to next slide? Any questions, anyone?
Could you explain the spooling?
Can you come again?
Could you explain resource pooling?
Resource pooling, right? Right. So resource
Yeah.
pooling means whatever resources we are using, those we can pull it up and we can reuse, right? So as I give example, for example, when we get a request, as per the request we create server storages. Request means normally developers, testers, whenever they need any servers or storage or network, they ask us to create. There is a request, right? So as per the request, we need to provide the infrastructure. We need to create the servers, right? So once we hand over the server to project team, they work on that. They develop the code, something. So once project is completed, they ask us to terminate. They ask us to delete the server. So by the time, whatever data is there in the server that we need to protect, that we need to store somewhere, that we can reuse. We can pull it up and we can reuse. That is nothing but resource pooling.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
So
Before
what in
moving
the
to next,
case of parallel development?
what is that?
What in a case of parallel development? It's like the development is going on and we are pushing the case in the production. So what in that case? So that
Yeah.
server will be
Right.
available or it should be discarded?
Right. Right. So once project is completed, then only we can terminate the servers. While working on the project, we don't terminate any server, right? Once project team confirm us, then only we can terminate, right? So in between, while working on the parallel development or in the production environments, we should
Mm,
not delete any servers. That will
okay.
be escalated, right?
Yes.
Fine. Yeah.
One more question
Moving
here.
to next.
One more question.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Go
One more
ahead.
question.
Yes.
So in the case, it's suppose the requirement comes from the client and we develop the thing. Okay. The QA is done, everything is working fine, and we deploy the project on production. Okay.
Yes.
But while using the it's like after the deployment, after accessing the production, if suppose we find any issues, so what in that case?
Any issues means
It's like there is some what you say a new requirement comes. It's like the requirement which was shared earlier, there was a glitch in between, and we share a new requirement on that. Like suppose any of the requirement reports or something. So in that case, what happens?
while working on one requirement, if you get new requirement, what will happen? That is your question, right?
Yes, yes,
Right. So there is this stashing concept in Git. There is a stashing concept in Git. While working on Git, we'll go to Git track. So while working on current requirement, if you get new requirement, what will you do? Right? That will go to track. Then
yes.
yeah, in Git we have the concept which is stashing concept. By the time we'll go to track.
Okay,
Okay. So this is a high level architecture, right?
okay.
Yeah. Fine. Next one, we have three service models like so IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. What is IaaS? Yeah, as a DevOps engineer, what we will do, we create infrastructure. On top of that, we integrate all the tools. We create servers. Server is infrastructure, right? So on top of that, we deploy Kubernetes, Jenkins, Maven, whatever tools you want, right? Yeah, that is IaaS. Next one, platform as a service. So in platform as a service, already the tools available. For example, if you take Google Cloud, in Google Cloud, Kubernetes is already integrated. Even though AWS also, EKS, Kubernetes already integrated. And Azure also, AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service, already integrated. That is platform as a service, right? So next one is software as a service, third one. This is mainly for reusability. Software as a service mainly for reusability. So like Google Drive, OneDrive, Amazon shopping site. So this is mainly for reusability, right? Yeah, so 3 service models available. Next one. So we have 4 deployment models available, which are like private cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud, public cloud. These are the 4 important models, right? So what is private cloud? Private cloud is a on-premises cloud, local server cloud, right? So next one is public cloud. What is public cloud? It is a AWS cloud, Azure cloud, Google cloud. That is public cloud. So next one, hybrid cloud. What is hybrid cloud? It is a combination of private and public. Hybrid cloud means combination of private and public. So this is very important, hybrid cloud, right? So currently, most of the companies are using hybrid cloud, right? So let us say, for example, so banks they are using hybrid cloud. Instance domains, they are using hybrid cloud. Why they are using hybrid cloud? So for example, let us say HDFC Bank, they are using hybrid cloud. They want to host their databases in their local servers, databases, accounts, right? They want to host in their local private servers, private cloud. So they host their net banking sites, right? So and credit card sites they host in public cloud. So because still they are not believing cloud, banking domains, insurance domains, still they are not believing. So if I host my databases in cloud, right? So if anything goes wrong, what will happen? So like they are thinking, still they are thinking, but cloud is 100% secure, right? So if the cloud is unable to provide the security, for example, AWS is unable to provide the security, what will happen? Client business will be impacted, right? So eventually customers will switch to other platforms, right? So AWS is providing 100% security. Since long we are using in our project, since long. So since 2012 we are using cloud environment like AWS, right? So we haven't seen any single security concern, right? So cloud is 100% secure, right? Still some companies they are using hybrid cloud, right? Yeah, someone saying something here. Data threat. Yeah, nothing will be happen. Cloud is 100% secure. Not only AWS, Azure GCP also, they are providing 100% secure. Right? So next one, community cloud. What is community cloud? It is a government cloud. It is a defense cloud. Right? So this is more secure cloud. No one can enter into that. Right? So these are the 4 deployment models, right? So which are very important. So this is, yeah, there will be a interview question also. What are the deployment models currently we have, right? So public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community. These are the important deployments models, right? So any questions, anyone here? Before moving to next slide. Which one? Public cloud, right? Public cloud means so whatever we are using, like currently AWS cloud. Public cloud means through internet you can use. Through internet you can access public cloud. So anyone can access. Anyone can register the account. Anyone can access. Yeah. So Facebook, Instagram also. So they hosted in public cloud only, right? So you can access directly through internet. That is public cloud. So
The
private
shopping
means.
sites are in the
Sorry.
public cloud.
Which one?
Shopping sites like Amazon and
Yeah. Yes. Shopping sites like Amazon shopping sites, Flipkart, Myntra, right? And different digital sites are there. Those are all public cloud.
so means the sites we can accessible over the internet is a public cloud, right?
Yes. Yes. Community cloud, which areas use, right? So government sectors, community cloud, government sectors only, right? That is high secure cloud. No one can enter into that. Right? Yeah. Is Mr. Jeff Bezos, who invented cloud. In 2002, Amazon Web Services was born. Right? So initially, they started selling books. They started, working on e-commerce projects. Right? So slowly, so they prepared the infrastructure for their environment. Right? Initially, they prepared the cloud for their environment. So slowly they entered into the market. So they started giving the services to other companies. So currently, he's the leader. Is in topmost position. AWS is in topmost position. So in Google, if you search world richest man, his name will come in first place, right? So, sorry. World richest person. Okay. So change out to that. Sometimes first place, second place. So yeah, I think currently is in second place. If you search in Google, you'll get that. It is varying. Sometimes you will come into first place like that, right? Yeah, fine. So currently, AWS occupied 33% of the market share. 33% of the market share, right? So rest of the clouds, nearly 25 more clouds are there in the market, right? So those occupied remaining percent, right? So 33% occupied by AWS. Fine. So these are the three popular clouds: AWS, Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform. These are the popular clouds, right? So we have 25 more clouds available. So these are the quadrants. Quadrants means every quarter we get some updates, right? So last quarter, so Amazon Web Services in first place, Azure is in second place, Microsoft Azure, and Google is in third place. These are the small players: Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, DigitalOcean, Fastly, different clouds are. Those are in, these are in other place, right? So these three are very popular. So currently, Google is investing more on Google Cloud. Google is giving very good competition to Azure. So maybe very soon, Google will come to second place after 1 year, maybe after 2 years, maybe, right? So Google will come to second place. Fine. Yeah. So these are the cloud computing providers. Different providers are available in the market. Yeah. Next one. So cloud market share. Cloud market share. See here. So Amazon Web Services occupied 33% of the market share. Azure occupied 18%. Google Cloud occupied 9%. Alibaba Cloud 6%. IBM Cloud 5%. Right? Salesforce 3%. TechNet 2%. Oracle Cloud 2%. Like this. Right? So we have small players. So few more providers are there. So but AWS is in first place. Next one, cloud DevOps market growth. Since long we are seeing, since long 2012, I'm seeing this is growing like this only. Every year the market is growing like this. Cloud and DevOps market. So coming 15 years minimum, the market growth would be like this. Okay, coming 15 years, so the market would be like this. Fine. So these are the things. EC2 will start once we start the AWS. EC2 is the first service. We'll start EC2. Fine. Yeah. Any questions? Anyone up to here? Anyone having any questions? Yeah. So now let us go through course content. Let us go through the course content. So I'll show you course content. What are the modules we are going to cover? See here. Yeah, so we are going to discuss about three platforms: AWS, Azure, GCP, and DevOps. Right. So DevOps will go deep dive. Right. So these are the modules: AWS Web Services, Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Linux Basics, Introduction to DevOps. Right. So these are the DevOps modules, DevOps tools, different tools. Right. So here, yeah, CI/CD flow, which is very, very important, right? Yeah. So Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Nexus, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. So these are all the tools, DevOps tools, right? So every tool will go deep dive. Git will take 5 days. Jenkins will take 7 days. Like that, every tool will go deep dive. So Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. These four tools are very, very important tools, very advanced tools, very core tools. So in these four tools, if you are good in one tool, you can easily crack your interview. Only one tool is enough for you to crack the interview, right? Yeah. Along with this, Apache Tomcat, Python scripting, and three live projects we are going to cover, right? Three live projects. So this is Amazon Web Services syllabus. These are the modules, right? So nearly 18 services will be covered in AWS. 18 services. EC2, S3, EBS, Elastic File System, Glacier, IAM, AMI, right? And yeah, so different services like CloudTrail, CloudWatch, VPC, subnets, yeah, public subnets, private subnets, right? So gateways, how to create gateways, enable ports, auto scaling, right? Security groups creation, backups, AWS backup, different types of backup, daily backup, weekly backup, monthly backups, and SMS, SPS, simple notification service, simple application service. So like this, nearly 18 services will be covered, which are very important services, right? So if you are good in that services, you can easily handle all the things, right? So if you are good in AWS, you can easily handle Azure and GCP also, right? So all the platforms are same, functionality wise same, but terminology will be different, right? So if you are good in driving, you can drive any car, right? The same way. So AWS, Azure, GCP, these are all same, but terminology will be little different, right? Yeah. Next one, Azure syllabus. This is Azure syllabus, Azure modules. Next one, Google Cloud. These are the Google Cloud modules. So next one, Linux. So Linux overview and architecture of Linux, Linux folder structure, Linux origins, what is the operating system, types of operating systems, Linux and Unix differences, Linux file system hierarchy, user management, create user, update password to user, give permissions to users, switch user, editors, VI, VIM editors, right? Filter commands, basic Linux commands, advanced commands, deployment commands. So this will take 3 to 4 days, Linux basics. Okay. So after that, the introduction to DevOps. See here. So what is DevOps and what are the things available in DevOps? We'll go deep dive. So after that, we'll start Git and GitHub. Git and GitHub will go deep dive. So every DevOps tool will go deep dive. Not only installation configuration, it will go topic wise. Every tool will go topic wise deep dive. So topic wise, I give you FAQs and challenges, real-time challenges, day-to-day activities, and documents, soft copies. Okay. Next one, Jenkins modules. Right. So Maven build tool, Nexus architecture tool. So after that, Apache Tomcat, Ansible modules. These are the Ansible modules. Docker modules, and Kubernetes modules. These are the Kubernetes modules, right? Up to here. So next one, Terraform. These are the Terraform modules. Okay. Yeah. Next one, course highlights. So 3 real-time projects will be covered, right? So real-time projects are very, very important, right? So we'll go deep dive in real-time projects, how we build a real-time setup the same way in our test lab also. We can prepare the setup here, okay? And the interview questions, interview sessions topic wise, and the interview preparation, right? 3 months end-to-end training, right? So once complete this training, you can showcase minimum 3 years experience. That level of training will be provided, right? Yeah, and what is server configurations, cluster configurations, day-to-day operations, deep dive about hubs and switches. These basics will be covered. So Monday onwards, this basics will be covered. Monday, Tuesday, we'll work on these basics. After that, slowly we'll enter into cloud. Right? Monday, Tuesday, we'll work on these basics. What is server? What is network? What is switch? What is router? What is IP address? Subnet mask, gateways, switches, routers. Right? We'll go deep dive. Monday, Tuesday, we'll work on this. After that, Wednesday onwards, slowly we'll enter into cloud. How to create cloud account. So what are the things available? What are the services available? We'll walk to the console. Slowly, we'll enter into the services like EC2, S3, VPC, different services are there. Fine. So email communications, roles, responsibilities, stand-up calls, internal team meetings, release and purpose, creative sessions, working on day-to-day activities, right? So all these things will be covered. Fine. Any questions, anyone? I'll share with you this content in the group. Group already created. So nearly 10 members, more than 10 members added in the group. Okay. So if you are interested, you can clear the fee by today. So Monday onwards, link will be changed. Meeting link will be completely changed. Right. So Monday onwards, yeah, go ahead, please.
If one project upgrade, again we need any server?
Your voice is breaking. Can you come again slowly? Some breakup coming. So while talking, some disturbance is coming.
Sir, one project upgrade. Again we need one server. That's enough.
What project upgrade? Project upgrade, I could not understand your question basically. Project upgrade.
Over. Then
Okay.
project upgrade. One more server is
Right. So for example, we are working on some project currently. The project is completed. So we got another project. By the time we require another servers, definitely that we need to create servers.
up. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, anyone? Fine. So I'll share with you this content, right? And also demo recordings. Whoever not received, just WhatsApp me. I'll provide you demo recordings. Okay. So we have completed 3 demos: DevOps demo, question and answers, and cloud introduction. Right. So Monday onwards, we have regular sessions. We are jumping to. So we start working on basics like servers, switches, routers, network. Right. Fine. So anyone newly joined today? Anyone newly added here? Today, only first session joined today. Anyone? Can you provide your email address and phone number in the chart? In the GoToMeeting chart, can you provide your email address and phone number? So that will provide you 3 recording sessions and course content, some documentation will provide you. So can you provide your phone number and email address here in the chart? So my mobile number is 96422 11711 is my number. So you can take down. This is my personal number. So WhatsApp number and email address can you provide? Whoever joined today. Fine. So any questions, anyone? Okay. So we stop here. Monday onwards, our regular sessions will be started, right? So first we need to go with the basics. After that, slowly we enter into cloud. Fine. Yeah, we stop here. Fine. Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.